Hello, friends. Time for another reading. I don't think it's going to be too long of a reading, but maybe it will be. Who knows? We'll see what happens. How's it going? I have been thinking of a couple songs. Lotta Kill by Drunk Engines. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say right now. Don't know if this reading is going to have anything to do with that song, but basically it's about a love relationship that, you know, like the woman is like, makes him happy, but it's just not a peaceful relationship, and yeah. We dream of peace in our time, a quote said once a year. But you've introduced pain to my heart. So basically, the pain that was caused is the means to the end of the relationship. Like, no matter how much your smile makes me happy, he can't get over that pain. All right, Spirit, what do you have to tell us today or this evening? Strength. So if there's anything in relation to that song, it's about strength, right? To move on. Strength to move on from all the pain and to be able to cut those ties. You know, it's like if you're in a relationship that you're not happy and you know that it's going nowhere, you know, you got to be strong, even though, because all relationships have their good and their bad, right? But if the bad over takes the good, sometimes it's really hard to let go because of that good part, right? And so you got to be strong and cut those ties, like I said. Ten of Swords. So yeah, death of the old, you know, pain, suffering. Hey, man, that's going to hurt. It's always going to hurt because, you know, being in a relationship, it's like a lot of times and not all the time, it is a filling of the void in some cases. It's like whenever you're feeling down and that person's there, it fills the void, right? It can be like a drug. So it's like when it's time to let go and let that old go, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna go through some pain, but you have to feel it to heal it. And on the other side of the Ten of Swords is rebirth from death to rebirth. You know, you get to find yourself again, discover who you are. It's actually a pretty cool thing. That was 2 cards. Only 1 card, Spirit, 1 card at a time. The Magician. So this is part of like the rebirth, in the sense that you are going to be able to manifest a new life, you know. The death is not fun and everything, but you cut those ties, you let it go, you move on, and you start to create your new world, your new surroundings, your new self, everything. Three of Wands, waiting for the ships to come in, you know. So moving into, from creating a new life for yourself to establishing something solid for yourself. And you have these like blessings coming to you. All these blessings. There's like 3 ships there. And those are all your blessings. You're just waiting for them to come in. You got your hand on your intuition. You know, you're passionate. And now it's just waiting for those blessings to come in. You know, you got to clear out the old first. If you don't clear out the past, you can't make room for the new. Flying cards. Beep. The Empress. So if this reading, well, if we're looking at it as this is a man, a male reading, then this could be the Empress that's there coming in. Somebody you're prospecting or whatever. Or if this is for a female, this is you building yourself up to the Empress. You know, solid woman. Good vibes. Established. Queen of Swords. So not only are you the Empress, or not only is she the Empress, but she's also the Queen of Swords. That's like a lot of strength and a woman with a lot of discernment, and she knows how to cut out those people, places, and things that are trying to mess with her solid state. You know, it's like if you come in trying to fuck with her, she's got a sword and she's ready to just be like, get the fuck on. You know, she's been through enough in her life to know how to discern the bullshit. So it's like, don't fuck with her. But she's also a very loving and smart woman. Like, she knows a lot. She's wise, and she's caring. She's a queen, right? So she she cares about the people, you know. But you have to be able to cut through the bullshit, because there's a lot of it in this world, let me tell you. Knight of Wands. That's a younger man of interest there, or he's interested in her. He's fiery, passionate, wants to play, have fun, attraction. The Fool, known as the luckiest card in the deck. It's like being like a child. The freedom of a child to be able to go and play and out in the world and just enjoy life and have no worries, and but the Fool has to be careful, because the Fool can sometimes not notice his surroundings, and as you can see, he's not paying any attention. He's just like, la la di da, I'm gonna travel the world. But he's literally standing on a cliff, and he's walking and not really paying attention. And his dog's there at his feet, like he could trip and fall if he's not too careful. But overall, this card is a good luck card. It's like you're putting yourself at risk and doing all these things, but you're not going to fall off that cliff, because like, even if you did fall, like somehow you would miss the fall. Like, you'd have like a soft landing. Like, you'd end up, I don't know, you're falling off the cliff, but somehow you wouldn't fall that far, because you'd get caught by something. Something's gonna save you, basically, if you do, because it's just like endlessly walking and then like not paying attention to anything, and no matter what, like a fluffy cloud, solid cloud comes, and you just like float on by to the next cliff or something. Oh, and then you also got the Star. So wish fulfillment again. We got that yesterday. And we also got the King of Wands. So he's on the prowl. But the Star, wish fulfillment, it's like breaking free from all this past. It's helping you to manifest your true wishes in life, and just following your freedom, following your own inner guidance, your wishes will come true. Six of Wands, victory, celebrations, strong intuition. Just everything seems to be flowing in a really good way for whoever this reading is for. I'm really feeling like I don't need to pull too much more. How many cards, Spirit? Two more. We got this last night also. The Two of Wands. So that's having like a solid foundation, strong intuition, knowing how to listen to your intuition. You have the whole world in your hand. You know, you can manifest anything. You have that. Everything that you need in this world, you know that you have access to. You just have to manifest it, you know. But, and there's a solid home and everything, but you still have this wonder to go out into the world and see what there is, you know, because being at home all the time and knowing you have what you need there, but there's still this little bit of, you know, wanting a little bit more out there in the world. So one more card. This kind of is similar. The Seven of Pentacles. It's like having a solid foundation. All these pentacles, these things that you've worked for, you got all of that, right? And you're like proud of it and happy about it. But still there's kind of a little bit of like, what else is there? Like, there's got to be, there's a little bit more, you know. I'm happy I've created all these things for myself and I have a solid life. I have a solid foundation, but what else is there? You know, there's something else there for me. Because it, you know, Seven Pentacles, you could still have another 3. Make it 10, right? So that's it for the cards. Let me just kind of see if there's anything else here. Manifesting. Ready for my blessings. Solid woman. Interested man. Passionate, interested man. Blessings, wishes coming true. Victory. So if this is the aftermath of somebody's ending of their relationship, it looks like things are going in a good way. It looks like there's some, you know, love interest or things that might manifest. But it's not, you know, it's not at a solid new relationship, and that's okay, because if you just got out of something, it's really important to rebuild yourself and grow again, you know. And like I said, discover who you are now, because you've been tied up and not able to really 100% give your energy to yourself. It's really important to continue to discover who you are. And like also, I don't know if I said it, but when in a relationship, you have to be able to hold your independence and not be so reliant on the other person. Because we're in this life for, you know, a blink of an eye. You never know what could happen, and you have to be able to be happy without that other person, period. I'm not going to do dragons tonight, but I'm just going to do the power thought cards. Oh, another card just popped off. So I think we need to add it. And it's the Nine of Pentacles again. She came out yesterday too. Beautiful, happy woman. She's kind of like just a step below the Empress there. You know, she's very similar to the Empress. But the Empress would be the higher major arcana, so the higher, level, like your spirit path, whereas this is your just day-to-day, like karmic relationships and things. So remember, we have our physical bodies, and we have our spirit bodies, and we have our spirit path, and we have the distraction of this world. So we kind of have like two selves. Sometimes what's true in the spirit world, or the fifth dimension, or whatever you want to call it, it's true, and there's like connections and all these things going on up there, but we don't always see it or have it manifested in this physical world. But it looks like to me that this woman has a good grasp on both. So if this is for a breakup, the card's saying here, life is simple and easy. All that I need to know at any given moment is revealed to me. I trust myself and I trust life. All is well. That's very important to tell yourself, like if you're going through some kind of struggle, like it's okay. Life is simple and easy. Let's just take this pain as some kind of a game, that we're just learning this lesson from this game, and we don't want to attach ourselves too much to any of that. Just let it go, look at the lessons in it, and grow, and tell yourself that all is well every day. If you're crying, feel that pain for a minute, but then move on and be like, you know what, everything's okay. Life is simple and easy. Life is beautiful, The universe will let me know what I need to know. And I just have to point out the horse because I love horsies. Horsey. Free spirit. The horse to me is like the free spirit, I don't know if any of these cards want to come out. Oh, there we go. I can release the past. Look at what we got here. Look at what we got. I can release the past and forgive everyone. So hey, it's very important too. If you're parting ways with someone, forgive them. Forgive them for all the pain and suffering that you felt or whatever, if there was, and forgive them and love them, because we need to create world peace here, man. We all have our traumas and things, and sometimes it's hard for people to let that past go, and we have to consider that in our relationships. We can't always assume that it's about us. And just forgive everyone. And like they say, when you forgive, you don't have to like go to that person and be like, I'm so sorry, I forgive you, or wait, I forgive you for all the things that happened or whatever, I love you, because then you're gonna get back together. I mean, unless you could do it without, but you forgive them for yourself. It frees the pain within you and helps you let it go. I mean, it depends on the situation and the relationship. Like, if it's severe abuse, just please don't go freaking telling them anything. Just cut them the fuck off, move on, and then forgive them in your heart, because we have to forgive them, and that will help us release it and move on and heal. But narcissistic and abusive people, like, just cut them the fuck off. I free myself and everyone in my life from old past hurts. They are free and I am free to move into new glorious experiences. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here. This whole series of cards here, you got your victory and solidness and your wishes coming true, your lucky life, your blessings surrounding you. And when we forgive, that's how we help manifest that stuff. And last but not least, there is plenty for everyone, including me. The ocean of life is lavish with its abundance. All my needs and desires are met before I even ask. My good comes from everywhere and everyone and everything. Yep. So that's like we have in the spirit world, or I don't know, everyone can think what they want, but the way I see it is, before we came into this life, everything that we ever needed and wanted has been placed somewhere in this life for us. And it's all there. We already have it. That's why he has the world in his hand, right? Everything that we ever needed, wanted, is there. And it's just about clearing our path to get to it and learning the lessons that we need to get to it, and believing in the fact that it's there. So that's why positive affirmations are always very important to do. Even when you're feeling pain, suffering, and this, you tell yourself these good things every day. And yeah, It's all there for you, just waiting for you to connect to it. So this is the reading for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. If anyone is in any pain, suffering, healing from the past, just be strong. You're beautiful. You're sacred. You're amazing. Always remember that. Okay? Love you.